All right. So we are live. Okay, this is official. We're live. Hello to the one person that's here, though I guess technically that might be me. But yes, Mexico qualifying starts in about 15 minutes, technically. But hello, David. Let me finish this up. Once I get this up, we'll talk. But Xfinity qualifying just wrapped up. Connor Zilic is on pole there. Not too big of a surprise with how good he is on the road. Obviously won at COTA earlier this year. So as I said, not too big of a shock, but still needed to be stated. I think I'm almost ready. All right. So I would say I read on estimate 80%, 80% of the comments. And I see a lot in terms of the live streams, in terms of, the box I put down in the corner and whatnot. And yes, it's difficult to do. It's difficult to find the right place at the old place. But the new place, I have my setup mostly complete. I got a couple open spaces on the wall, but other than that, it's mostly complete. So, with that being said, with all the talks about the lighting and whatnot, how bad the old setup was, I will admit it was pretty rough. It's better now. I'm not going to say it's perfect. I would be lying to you. But look, see? I would say this looks better. I need to probably move over a little bit and probably just down a little bit. Is that good? But yeah, I would say it looks a little bit better than the last setup. That's just my opinion. I'm biased. I'd like to think every time I get a new setup, it looks better. I improve upon myself. But hey, it's not my call. It's your call. So let me know what you think. This is also going to essentially be the same setup for videos and whatnot, except I'll rotate this way. Like, it's almost going to look exactly the same. Same background, same. I mean, it's almost everything the same back here, but hey, it's fun. Found an old Pocono ticket, so that's exciting, I guess. But hello, John. Hello, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think that's decent. Spent way too much time measuring, trying to get some of the stuff up, but hey, it worked. But update on Cup Series qualifying. Usually they do two groups. They'll do a Group A, Group B, and they merge the times essentially, and that's your starting lineup. But due to the threat of weather, they are going to do a single session, 45 minutes, as this tweet by NASCAR Communications says. So, yeah, it's going to be the same start time. It's going to be all 37 drivers this weekend. All 37 drivers on track at once. Probably not literally at the same time, but if there's like rain 10 minutes out, I think everyone's going to get it going pretty quickly just due to the threat of weather and how slow you are in the rain. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit more tame in terms of, everyone going out at once, trying to get out of each other's way, but it'll be more authentic, I guess, because when you separate the groups and whatnot. But anywho. Thank you, David. Glad you like it. Hello, Andy, all the way from New Zealand. It's got to be like, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. over there? Maybe it's a little bit later. 5 a.m.? It's got to be early in the morning for you, Andy. I guess it's Sunday over there, too. Yep, Connor Zilic is on pole for Xfinity. Cup qualifying. Still got about 10 minutes until that starts up officially. Obviously, for copyright reasons, before everyone yells at me, for copyright legal reasons, can't show the actual qualifying session. So I guess if you still want to yell at me, you're allowed to, but I'm not going to do anything about it because legal reasons. So yeah, I'll have it pulled up on my second screen over here. the way I got this thing set up, I can just rotate my monitor and we can use the same setup at this new place. I'm excited about this new setup. I really am. I'm going to say it way too much, but yeah, so if you get the Amazon Prime, however you watch the races and qualifying, get that on, and then we'll talk about it as it goes once it gets started here in about, as I said, 10 minutes. Let's see. 4 a.m. in Australia says CJST0. Bright and early for you. 6 a.m. New Zealand time says Marge. Coming up to 6 a.m. in New Zealand. Hello from Christchurch. Hello. Thank you, Graham. I appreciate it. Holden Man NZ. Channel name. But thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the nice words. Probably, once again, this is my first time with this, so I need to adjust so I can say. Okay, now I can actually see the comments. Hopefully I didn't unplug anything back there. That would suck. I think we're good. Cool. Corey from Canada, Ontario, Canada. Hello. Canada's got they got F1 there this week, and I kind of forgot about that till yesterday, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, F1 in Canada, it's fun and whatnot, but just I've been so distracted by NASCAR at Mexico that I haven't had time to think about it. So I probably won't watch the race, unfortunately, just because NASCAR is going to be running at the same time. It's a big deal for NASCAR to be going to Mexico, but yeah, hopefully Canada enjoys that. Yep, East Coast, hour ahead of Central Time. I'm in the Central Time zone, so it's 12:56 here, an hour behind Jamie. What's F1? Yeah. Hey, I think NASCAR's better if we're being honest, but everyone's got their opinions. Still enjoy F1 though, sometimes. Sometimes it gets a little bit annoying if we're being real, but hey, it's about having fun, and I have fun for the most part. Oh. I guess we can stop looking at this tweet. You guys have picked up on it. So we can go to the Xfinity starting lineup. So Connor Zilisch is on pole if you didn't see the picture on the website. But here is your starting lineup. So Connor Zilisch on pole, as I said earlier, no shock, road guy. Anywho, Ty Gibbs in the Joe Gibbs Racing number 19. He's obviously been very quick on the road courses in his career in both Cup and Xfinity. No shock to see him up there. Christopher Bell in the Sam Hunt Racing car. My biggest concern for Bell was the car itself, but the car actually seems to be pretty decent. However, as you can see, he's still a good bit off of both Gibbs and Zilisch, so it seems like these two may be the class of the field today. Remember what SVG and Allmendinger did to the field at COTA in 24 in the Xfinity race when they gapped him by the front stretch in 4 laps? I think we could see Zilisch and Ty Gibbs do a similar thing. Then we got Quapple, Sammy Smith, so really good qualifying for JRM. However, technically the hometown hero would be Andres Perez de Lara. He's actually from Mexico City, I believe. But Daniel Suarez, obviously a lot of media, a lot of press behind him. He's going to be in the Cup Series race. But Daniel Suarez was really quick in practice, top 5 speeds in a junior motorsports car, which is one of the best cars. Unfortunately, he crashed in qualifying, and he did not get a competitive lap down. 14-mile-an-hour lap completed. So he got a warm-up lap in. So Daniel Suarez crashed. They're going to a backup car. That car, I can pull up a picture. The car is junked for Suarez in the Xfinity Series. Obviously, he's got the Cup Series coming up here soon. But, let's see, just searching Daniel Suarez. I'm pulling up a picture of the car. Give me a second for you guys to see how much damage. Here we go from Jordan Bianchi on site, on the scene. Yeah, Suarez's car is pretty toast here. So Daniel Suarez in the number 9 Xfinity Series car. He will go to a backup, I believe. I think that's been confirmed. Just looking at that thing, that looks like something that needs a backup car, but Daniel Suarez qualifies last for the Xfinity Series race at Mexico after crashing in qualifying in the JRM car. However, he did have top 5 speed in the practice sessions, so yeah. Anywho, that was an important detail of the session. Yes. Let's see here. Everyone, hey, yeah. Hockey, dude, the Stanley Cup finals have been insane, Corey. I've been watching. If you're an Edmonton fan, I know Ontario's not Edmonton, or I don't know the Canadian provinces, but I know Edmonton's not in Ontario, so I got that, I think. But, hockey, golf, the U.S. Open's going on right now. Hello, Roy Mata. If I pronounced that wrong, sorry. But good morning, New Zealand, bright and early. 5:58 a.m. at the time of that message, so I guess it's now 6:01 over there. It's 1:01 p.m. on Saturday here in the central U.S. But Cup Series qualifying here in about 4 minutes. As I said earlier, you can yell at me if you want, I guess, but I can't show it, legal reasons. But we will look at the leaderboard as it's going, and I will have the actual thing up here. You guys watch it at home. We can talk about it together. Have a good time. So, yeah. Let's see here. Aha. There we go. So, it's an alphabetical order or numerical order. What? No, it's not. Where's Chastain and Keselowski? Ooh, yeah. I need to keep up with Daniel Suarez's progress this weekend, so I'm going to add him to my list. That's an important one this weekend. Okay. Let's see here. To 59 people here. Hello. We got international qualifying for the first time. It's kind of exciting for the Cup Series, at least. Last time was in the 50, so, for a points race, I should specify. Gerard says SVG Cup qualifying top 10 in the practices. Yeah, we got about 3 minutes. We can pop over and go to practice real quick. Practice speeds. So overall, Todd Gilliland was the quickest in the second practice. He did say that he did a mock qualifying run, so that was about a 1:33.5. I'm curious, if I had to guess, times were, picking up because they were learning the track more. I would guess the pole time would be a sub 1:33. We'll see. I could be wrong. I could be dumb. Happens all the time. But Todd Gilliland was the quickest in practice one. It was Michael McDowell, his former teammate, the guy who used to drive the 34 car. So, McDowell and Gilliland were fastest in the 2 practice sessions. Session 1 was about 45 minutes. Session 2 was about 25 minutes. When we go over to the lap averages, when we look at I want 5 lap. There we go. The 5 lap average, Ty Gibbs was the quickest. Then it was followed by Chastain, Cindric, Preece, Blaney, Buescher, Logano, Elliott, Bell, Suarez. When we go to practice, how do I get practice 1? I want practice 1 and then lap averages. Okay, I may just not get it. 10 lap, not everyone did a 10 lap. It looks like about, let's call it half the field, maybe a little bit less. Did a 10 lap run in that final session. Christopher Bell with the quickest average. Then it was Chastain, Buescher, Cindric, Preece, Barry, Jones, Larson, Dillon, Brad, Reddick, Ryan Truex. Reminder, Ryan Truex is in the number 11. Denny Hamlin out this week after just the birth of his son. Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Cole Custer have completed 10 lap runs. We are about just less than a minute away from qualifying. Once again, I would like to reiterate that I cannot show it, so I apologize. If you want to yell at me, technically you can, but it's not going to change anything, so don't waste your thumbs, I guess. But welcome, everyone. 61 people in here. Wow. Hello. Yes, Gerard Daniel Suarez did say that he was having issues with the brakes throughout practice and qualifying in the Xfinity Series car, and that may have been the issue that caused him to crash. NZG asks, how can I watch qualifying from New Zealand? I do not know. It's a fantastic question. It's on Amazon Prime Video. I don't know how Prime Video works in New Zealand, if they even have the rights to it in New Zealand. Once again, I don't know how every single bit works there, so apologies. But I'm going to turn this on, turn the volume.
Go out and make a hot lap, see if it sticks. We remind you of that because things, as I said, a little different here today than what we've seen in recent weeks and even earlier this year.
Oh no.
When it comes to road course qualifying, let's check in now.
Oh, Amazon is smart.
With the national hero, Daniel Suarez. Happy homecoming to you. I love the contingent you have following you everywhere.
All right, so Amazon's not gonna let me watch it because I have my OBS pulled up. So they probably have a thing around that. So I'm gonna have to watch it on my phone. You guys are gonna give me a minute. We're gonna miss the first couple of minutes. I don't even have Prime Video on my phone. Welp. Actually, oh my goodness. All right, you guys are gonna have to give me a second. I gotta go get the second TV. All right, plan B is in order, and I forgot the remote. So, all right. Well, I didn't exactly think this through, guys. One more second. Okay. I hope this works. All right. We're back. I got my TV over here to just kind of on the... Please be logged into Amazon. All right. So, we're back here for qualifying. Hello to everyone that's here. Glad you could make it. I'll do my best to read the comments. Once again, I can't show it because of legal reasons, and also Amazon won't let me even watch it on my second screen. So, that's fine. Hello to Corkster, who put a watermelon, #1 trophy. Live TV, that's what we want. Aha. Cup Series qualifying. Watch live. There we go. All right, that worked. Cool. It's the most awkward way to watch it, but hey. So, just a couple minutes into qualifying here. It's a 45-minute session. Remember, this is not a normal qualifying session due to the threat of weather. They want to give everyone a chance to put down a dry, quick lap. So, only 8 cars have made a lap so far. Briscoe the fastest with a 1:33.2. So I feel pretty good about my sub 1:33 happening at the moment. Briscoe going through the opening chicane at the moment too. But back over here. Gregor, good morning. Hope it's a good morning in New Zealand. It's the afternoon here in the U.S. on Saturday still. Once again, not too familiar with the New Zealand TV, so someone from New Zealand, okay, there's people down there updating it. Great. Thank you guys for helping each other, because I don't know how New Zealand or Australia TV works. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. NZG to get up at 4 a.m. and for it to not work, I'd probably start throwing stuff. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Sorry, once again. Oh, we got our first sub 133 SVG with a 132.776. Not too surprising to see him. I mean, it's only been 8 cars, so I feel like we'll get a good range when we see, Larson, Elliott, even McDowell, Todd Gilliland looked really good yesterday, so we'll see how they end up doing. Yeah, David. We've seen some incidents in turn 4, or a lot of guys miss turn 4 in the Xfinity and Cup practices. So I'm very curious to see what happens when they're all side by side. I thought turn 1 was going to be the trouble corner, going from the super long straightaway, heavy braking zone. I thought that was going to be the trouble spot, but turn 4 is so awkward, just the way it curves and how flat it is, I guess, and you do carry a good bit of speed through that we've seen a lot of issues there. So I would not be surprised that seems like that's going to be the trouble spot instead of turn 1, which, as I said, I thought turn 1. So now we've had SVG sliding here. He was about 0.2 up on his quick time, which was a 132.7, but now he's only about half a tenth up. I don't think he's going to beat that time. He had too big of a slide. So, yeah. He did not improve. But, hey, it seems like a lot of guys are making multiple laps here at the beginning. So, we'll see how this qualifying session works. If you just do a single lap and then cool it off and then go again, 2 laps, you can get 2 quick laps. Logano's out on the track. Todd Gilliland, who, as I said earlier, was really quick in practice yesterday. Bubba Wallace. Ty Gibbs, who was really quick in Xfinity. He also had really good 5-lap speed. Yeah, we can... So we've only had 12 cars on track. Those 12 are SVG, Ty Gibbs, Chase Briscoe, Carson Hocevar, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, Cody Ware, John Hunter Nemechek, Noah Gragson, and Catherine Legg. Well, now it's 13. The NASCAR app is a little bit ahead of the actual broadcast. But yeah, Daniel Suarez has still not gone out yet. Oh, Chastain jumps up to second. And remember, it's an alternate start-finish line, so they don't actually go to the front stretch for their lap. Their lap starts... Here, I'm going to pull up a track map. I'm going to go to Wikipedia. So, here we go. So here's your track map. Don't worry, I'm pulling it over. Here's your track map. Start-finish line is here. It might be a little bit further down this map. It might be about here. But the alternate start-finish for qualifying so that they can finish their lap and then immediately... Oh, we got a spinner. Catherine Legg into turn 4. As we said earlier, turn 4 has been the trouble spot all weekend long, Cup and Xfinity. But anywho, start finish is about here, but for qualifying so that they can quickly end their lap and immediately get back to the pits, the alternate start finish line is like right here. So they finish their lap, come through the stadium, and then they come down pit road. So the alternate start finish line is about right here, somewhere in the Recta de Oval. That was probably horrible Spanish. If that's offensive, sorry. Let's see here. Yeah. Is it raining? The track looks dry right now, and if it starts raining, it's going to be a disaster, and no one's going to be close to the current times. The current poll time, or the current provisional poll, is a 132.776 by SVG. So if it starts raining, we're going to be nowhere close to that. It was a little bit wet at the beginning of the Xfinity practice, but other than that, it's been dry. There's a chance of rain throughout the weekend. Mexico City weather. So if we go hour by hour here, this is the Weather Channel. They can be inconsistent. Hourly. No, I don't want a satellite view. Oh my goodness. No, stop asking me for my location. Good grief. Okay. Mexico City, actually, not a lot of chances of rain this afternoon. Highest chances at 11% at 7 p.m. when they should be done by then. However, tomorrow, ooh, that's not good. Tomorrow, it's not just rain, it's thunderstorms, and they can't race in thunderstorms. So if it's going to rain, it needs to be rain only. Why, every time NASCAR does something fun and cool and goes to a new track, why does it always have to rain or thunderstorm? Why can't the weather just stay away once? Like, this is frustrating. So no, it's not raining at the moment. Doesn't look like it'll rain the rest of today for Cup qualifying or Xfinity. But it could. You never know. As I said, the Weather Channel has been wrong before. Let's see, Sunday. The Google weather seems a little bit more optimistic about tomorrow, and that it's just rain. It's a little bit lower of a chance. So AccuWeather says yeah, Bell 13th out of 18 with a 133.9. That's over a second off the pace. Is there like an ice cream truck outside? Ice cream. Yeah, it looks like, oh, well, okay. There may be rain at 3 p.m. according to this in Mexico. So, all right, Weather Channel lied. Tomorrow, the rain chances start at 5 p.m. So, we'll see. We'll stress about the weather tomorrow when we wake up, or when I wake up. It'll be like midnight at New Zealand and Australia then, so you guys might just be going to bed. But if you're in the U.S. like me, you'll be waking up. Allmendinger's putting down a quick lap. Oh, he just lost it into turn 3. Oh, no, he's getting it back. Okay. 700ths up. Heading into turn 4, he's still about the same. Oh, he lost it. Nope, he lost it. He had it going into 4, but exiting 4, he lost some time. But he's doing decent through the S's. Yes, Nate Gravy. For this race, or for this qualifying session, it's a 45-minute session. And all cars can go on track. I think it's due to a threat of weather, and they don't want it to be like one group puts down dry weather times and they put down 132.7s, but then Group B goes out there in the rain and puts a 215 down. Like, they don't want that differential. So they're giving everyone a chance to put down some dry laps. And we just looked it up, and there's a chance of rain at 3 there, 2 or 3. So trying to get the session in, trying to condense it. So it's a 145-minute session for everyone versus a 20-minute session, 10-minute break, 20-minute session. Yeah. Brock, to everyone who is out of the U.S., on the Prime Video YouTube channel, they actually do live stream the practice. They don't do qualifying. They don't do the race, obviously, but they do practice. I don't know if that works in foreign countries, Australia, New Zealand. other countries. Canada was mentioned earlier. So I don't know if it works there. But if you go to Prime Video's YouTube section, they do live stream during practice. So you can indeed watch there. But thank you to everyone for being here. I usually try my best to do a live stream for a new track the first practice, but since I was in the process of moving, we pushed it to qualifying, and, well, hey, here we are. New setup. It's a little odd with the TV over there, but the TV's not supposed to be over there. I thought I was going to get to watch it on this monitor, but Prime Video is smart, and they did not allow me to watch it. So, Chevy, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. Brock, that's unfortunate that you can't watch it. I can't do anything about it. Sorry, but yeah, that sucks. Nate Gravy, so I get what you're saying, but I think it's just to condense it, because the qualifying at road courses, when they had the two groups and then you had a final round, I will admit that did take a lot of time. But it seemed more fair when you had that final round. But at the same time, man, like, I don't know. They've switched qualifying up so much over the years that I feel like this is fine, like a 45-minute session for everyone. Oh, Daniel Suarez is on the track. All right, let's see what Suarez puts down here. I guess I can scroll down a little bit. 9th, he's already put down a lap. All right, so he's putting down a second lap, or he already put down the lap and there missed it. Yeah, McDowell was super quick yesterday. He's right on par with SVG. He's only a couple hundredths off. He lost some time exiting the S's, though, so he's not going to quite get a quicker lap. I don't think he improved. I hope not, Brock. Ooh, Elliott. Almost 2/10 up. I don't know where he is on the track, but Chase, hey, we talked about it. If you guys watched the video the other day, Chase Elliott at these new road courses, he kills it. Oh, he lost some time after the opening chicane, so he's back in the red. Blaney's 2/10 up. But if Blaney's starting his lap, then SVG must have just had a bad opening part of the lap and then killed it everywhere else, unless Blaney's. It looks like there's some precipitation on Elliott's camera, on his roof cam. I can't tell if it's that or if it's just dirt, but let's see. How many cars have actually qualified? Everyone but these drivers, and Blaney's making a lap right now, so if we go through this here, SVG still on point. Bill, to answer your question, Connor Zilich is on pole for the Xfinity race. How many sets of tires for this session? That's a fantastic question. I don't know. I think they had 3 for the practice sessions, so maybe just 1 or 2 here. Let's see what Goodyear has to say. They have 1 set of tires for the session. Okay, so they only have 1 set of tires, which they will transfer into tomorrow's race allotment. So only 1 set of tires, so I guess you only get 1 real run at it. But, man, there's some precipitation on the camera. If it starts raining here, this qualifying session's going to be over and over quick. Ooh, Priest. Priest is putting down a quick lap. This is going to be a really good lap. Second. Ryan Priest second. Oh, my goodness. He was following in the tire tracks of Buescher. That worked out pretty well. Wow. Now he's spinning. Right under the stadium, right where... Oh, is he going in reverse? Oh, I thought he was going to back into pit lane, but no, he was just passing into the... Well, that's going to ruin someone's lap, it looks like. Yeah, there's a chance both 88s win the pole. Zilich already did his part, obviously, in Xfinity. SVG's up by a little bit less than a tenth on Ryan Priest. Oh, yeah, he tried to drift. Boop. He didn't hit anything, though. He did pop that curb, though, so... But you're going so slow there that it may not make a difference. Denver, good day. Or good morning to you, I guess. But we will... Here, let's do this real quick. All right, so let's scroll through the order real quick. So SVG's got the fastest lap as of now. So 23 minutes to go. So we're about halfway through the session. Ryan Priest just put down a really quick lap. He's on the front row. Ross Chastain, Ty Gibbs, Michael McDowell, that's your top five. Then we got Kyle Larson, Todd Gilliland, AJ Allmendinger, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez. Then we got Busch, Elliott, Barry, Jones, Herbst. Wow. Buescher, Haley, Blaney, Briscoe, Cindric, Reddick, Hocevar, Custer, Byron, Bubba, Dillon, Austin Dillon, I should specify. Ty Dillon, back-to-back. That makes things fun. Bowman, Zane Smith, Brad, Bell, 31st. What? Okay. John Hunter, Stenhouse, Cody Ware, Noah Gregson, Ryan Truex. He is in the 11 for Denny Hamlin this week. And Catherine Leck. So everyone has indeed made a lap. Okay, so there are indeed raindrops on the track. The cameras were not deceiving us. So crew chiefs were discussing going on a second run to try to improve on their times, but with the potential rain and raindrops being, why risk it? So especially if you're an SVG, Ryan Priest, Ross Chastain, Ty Gibbs, Michael McDowell, why would you do that? So, yeah. 4:28 here in Brisbane. Hey, congrats on the Olympics, right? It's the Olympics that are going to be in Brisbane. 2032? Or do they get the World Cup in 2030? I can't remember. You guys got something big, so congrats. Hey, welcome to the US of A in advance, Nate Gravy. Well, we're on a commercial break. We can go through the order again. SVG set this lap early in the session, 132.8. Then we got Ryan Priest on the front row with him. He was following in the tire tracks of Chris Buescher, and he set a really fast lap, and then he spun as soon as the lap was over. Ross Chastain is in third, right behind his Trackhouse teammate. Ty Gibbs, who qualified on the front row for the Xfinity Series race, he is currently fourth. Michael McDowell, who's quickest in the first ever practice session at Mexico, he is currently fifth. Kyle Larson, Todd Gilliland, who was quickest in the second session of practice. AJ Allmendinger, Joey Logano. Of course, the home race for Daniel Suarez. He rounds out the top 10. Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Josh Berry. Berry, that's actually a little bit of a surprise. His road course numbers are not spectacular, so that's a really good session for him. Eric Jones, Riley Herbst, good qualifying effort so far. Still about 20 minutes to go in the session. Chris Buescher, Justin Haley, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick. This is a surprise. Reddick, we talked about him. He's got 3 wins in the Next Gen era at road courses. He's got the 3rd or 4th best average finish in the Next Gen era. He is fantastic on these road courses, but they were slow in practice. So far, they're slow in qualifying. I don't know if it's the elevation. I don't know what it is, but Reddick, very rough qualifying session. Riley Herbst is the highest 2311 car right now. Hocevar, Zane Smith, Bubba, Custer Byron. That's kind of surprising to see him down there. He's usually a solid road racer. Same with Bowman. Bowman usually a solid road racer as well. Christopher Bell, this is a big shock. Just qualified 3rd in the Xfinity car for Sam Hunt Racing. He currently is in 31st. He won our most recent road course at the Circuit of the Americas. Then we come down to John Hunter Nemechek, Stenhouse, Cody Ware, Noah Gragson in a backup car after crashing in practice yesterday. We still have raindrops on the track. Nothing heavy, nothing crazy, but it's enough that you can see it on the camera. Then we got Ryan Truex subbing for Denny Hamlin and Catherine Legg in the part-time Live Fast car. So that's your rundown. Yeah, 2311 was quick at COTA. Reddick finished 3rd there, if I remember correctly. Bubba started on the front row with him. Bubba won stage 1, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. So they had speed at the road course at COTA earlier this year, but so far in this qualifying session, they are pretty irrelevant. But right now, it's the expansion teams actually that are really flexing their muscle. The 88 car, which is a new car this year, and the 60 car, that's a new car this year. So the new franchises. So Allmendinger, he's way off. I don't even know if he's making a qualifying run or if he's just getting a practice session in. And he's like 1.2 off right now. He's in the top 10, so. All right, Bell's on a fast lap. He's a little bit off pace. He's 0.4 off, but that's better than where he is right now in 31st. Let's see where Bell ends up. I'm curious where how much the tires are going to wear. No, Jamie, it's still on. They're still running. There are a couple drops, so some crew chiefs are saying, hey, let's not risk it, let's not run. But, oh, red flag. As I say it, we got a red flag. Oh, yeah, it's like actually raining now. Let's see here. Yep, as Adam Alexander said, everyone has indeed put a lap down. Hello, Felipe. Hey, that's cool, Denver. Hey, I'm all for NASCAR going to other countries and stuff because I think it's really cool. So, supercars, that'd be cool for them to go to Japan, China, UAE. I know Australia is kind of different because you guys don't really have a lot super close to you. Like, I know New Zealand's right there, but you still got to go over part of the ocean or whatever. You got Southeast Asia, Indonesia, and all that, kind of close and whatnot, but, you're still a decent way away from Japan, decent way away from China, and you mentioned the Middle East in there, and that's a long haul too. So I think it would be really cool, but I'm curious what the logistics would be. Oh, separate Supercars regional series. So kind of like the NASCAR Mexico series, the NASCAR European series. So if that was the case, yeah, that'd be great. That would work out great for them, I think. So yeah, we're currently under a red flag condition. I don't know how long they're going to wait this out because the Xfinity race, we got about 2 hours till Xfinity, so they got a little bit of time to wait around and see how things go. We got 17 minutes on the clock, but yeah, so far so good. No incidents in this session. We had some incidents in both practice sessions yesterday. Noah Gregson hit the wall in the first practice. We saw a couple spins. We saw every single session. We've seen someone miss turn 4. Catherine Legg just missed turn 4 in this session. Xfinity, that was the trouble spot. We saw Harrison Burton miss it. We saw Christian Eckes miss it. Austin Hill, like a lot of guys, turn 4 is the problem spot. So, yeah. But currently under a red flag, 17 minutes left. We got about 2 hours to the Xfinity race, so not sure how long until they call it. But Bob Pockers says this might be it. Everyone did get a lap in, so they can call this official. In terms of qualifying, obviously. Landon, it didn't look like it was pouring, but it was a moderate rain, which is obviously enough to make the track wet. So I don't think that they would want to mess around with that, and everyone's made a lap on the dry. So, oh my goodness, it's a Todd Gilliland commercial. Oh my goodness, Noah Gregson's in it too. No way, they're racing golf carts. This is fascinating television. Wow. I can't hear it, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good front row. Good stuff. All right. Where were we? I don't know. I got distracted. Something shiny. Cameron, he doesn't have it confirmed. It's still provisional, as they would say. But if they call the session, then yeah, he would have the pole. Hello, Nathan. Thank you. Nathan, I gotta admit, Bathurst is a really cool track. I know that race is a huge deal down there, but I'd love to make it down there, but it's quite the trip. So, no promises. But that would be a really cool race to go to. Russell, yes, they do have the Air Titans down there. They do have track drying equipment down there. But if it continues raining, obviously they're not going to do anything. But I would like, even if you're not going to be able to make a fast time in the rain, I would like them to continue the session so the teams can get in some wet weather practice. Oh, yeah, it's raining. So we'll see if they end up doing anything. If it's just rains. But I think they should just continue the session. Maybe not start right now, but give it a minute to see what happens. I don't know how the radar is, but I would love to see them get some wet weather practice in just in case it rains tomorrow. Yeah, Micah, I got to agree. So we talked about earlier, Micah, that 2311, super fast at Coda. They locked out the front row. Reddick finished third. Bubba won a stage. Herbst finished 17th. And, hey, they are nowhere to be found right now. Herbst is 15th. That's the best of them. Reddick's 22nd. They have not had any speed at any point this weekend. And Bubba's 25th. And then as for the rest of your statement, all of Toyota, I mean, Bell, he just won our last road course, and he's 31st. So something about the elevation, that's my guess as to why Toyota is stinking it up. But I don't know why. I couldn't give you a real, actual scientific mechanic answer. NASCAR at Monaco would be the most chaotic thing, but it'd be really funny. Yes, Paul. Everyone has made a lap, so if they call this, then this will be the starting lineup right here. Yeah, Brock. I mean, with Prime, though, they do split screen ads, so they don't do like full screen ads. And like the last 50 laps of the race now, we get ad free. But with a road course, it'll be different because 50 laps is half the race. So maybe it'll be like the last 20, 15, 18. I don't know. I don't know how they pick that number. It's probably an estimated time if I had to guess. And then under caution, they can get some commercials in. But no cars on track right now. Currently under red flag conditions. Steven, funny story. I actually was reading some articles this morning, and there was an article about SVG in the wet weather. I guess he did an interview. I think it was motorsport.com, and he said he actually hates the wet weather. Let's see if I can find it. I think it was Motorsport. Let's see here. Ooh. Yeah. The quote was, I absolutely hate racing in the rain, but I'm good at it. And I think there's something else because there's an, what's it called? The 3 dots. Whatever that's called. Yeah, I don't know if they'll continue this. As I said, I hope that they do indeed continue it, so we can see, because we've seen chaos in the rain before in an inaugural race at Coda. That was more of a standing water issue, but still, regardless, I'd like to see them get a little bit of experience. Oh, qualifying is official. This is your starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen, and they were doing it. They told him in the middle of the interview for SVG. He's on pole. This is his second career pole, I think. SVG just said brakes, cooling down the brakes. So, yeah, that is his second career pole. First one was at the Roval last year. Ryan Preece on the front row. How about that? I don't think anyone would have seen Ryan Preece on the front row at a road course. So, Ryan Preece with the front row. Hey, as I said earlier, hey, the expansion teams. I was trying to remember what I called them. The expansion teams on the front row with SVG and Ryan Preece. Ross Chastain is third. Ty Gibbs is fourth. Fifth place, Michael McDowell. Ooh, drifted. McDowell really fast yesterday in practice, by the way. Kyle Larson, Todd Gilliland, AJ Allmendinger, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, obviously his home race, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Josh Berry, Eric Jones, Riley Herbst, Chris Buescher, Justin Haley, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, Carson Hocevar, Zane Smith, Bubba Wallace, Cole Custer, William Byron, Ty Dillon, Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski, Christopher Bell, John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Cody Ware, Noah Gregson, Ryan Truex, and Catherine Legg. That is your official starting lineup for the first ever NASCAR race at Mexico. But hey, Priest up there on the front row. No, JGR, Hendrick, and Jamie. We got Ty Gibbs in 4th, Larson in 6th. So we got 2, but not a lot. No Chase Elliott up there. No Christopher Bell up there. So yeah, that's a little surprising. That run down to turn 1, if it's raining, that's going to be chaotic tomorrow. But, well, I thought this live stream was going to go another 20 to 30 minutes, but oh well. I mean, we can still talk about it if you want. I might make a video, but I don't know. I mean, what? We only went, what, 56? Okay, we went about an hour. That's cool. The Loch Ness Kiwi, is that what they call him, Denver? Yeah, Reddick. That's a mystery. Reddick, 32nd in practice 2. Practice 1, 18th. Man, we got, yeah, they're pointing it out. We got some really good guys that are really spread out here. I mean, look at this. We got Buescher in 16th. We know how good he is at the road courses. We talked about that the other day. We've got Tyler Reddick in 22nd. We've got Byron in 27th. Bell in 31st. That's going to be fun to see if they can make their way through the field. But hey. Wow. Well, I guess that's it. Suntron says, I have a feeling that Busch will win. Hey, Buescher's really good at Coda. He's got a great shot. Hey, you know what? To make up for the lost time, or I guess to get back some lost time. All right. So, now that you know the qualifying order, we had our Monday picks. Let's make some Saturday picks. We know the starting order for both the Xfinity and Cup race. Does anyone want to change their picks? I might have to change my Xfinity pick. I picked Suarez initially. Yeah, I'll probably change my Xfinity pick. I think I'm going to change my Xfinity pick to Zilich. I'm going to be boring there. Cup. I'm going to stick with Suarez and Cup. I'm going to stick with Daniel Suarez. 88s to sweep the weekend, says Brock. So that would be Zilich and SVG. I don't know if you can watch Euro NASCAR. I don't know how to watch Euro NASCAR. I don't think I've ever watched Euro NASCAR, no offense, but let's see here. Gibbs and Cup, says Jamie. Okay. Staying with Zillich for Xfinity, though. Dark horse for Nate Gravy is Gibbs, Ty Gibbs. Okay. Okay, Bruce, we can give you a quick rundown of qualifying. All right, so the quick rundown of qualifying. How quick is quick? I'm just going to go as fast as I think I need to go. SVG's on pole. Ryan Preece on the front row. The two expansion teams, a second Trackhouse car in the top 3. Michael McDowell up there in the top 5 after being fastest in the first practice. Todd Gilliland, he was fastest in the second practice. He starts 7th. Daniel Suarez, of course, it's his home race. He starts in 10th. Then we go down the order. Riley Herbst, the highest qualifier of 23:11. Down the order, we see Tyler Reddick in 22nd. Kind of a surprise considering how good he is at the road courses. Then we go further down the order. William Byron in 27th. Christopher Bell in 31st. What? And then Ryan Truex. He's subbing for Denny Hamlin. This was so last minute. Hey, I just hope he has a good time. So yeah, there's your super quick rundown of the order. If you want to know a specific driver, I'll do my best to find him. The weather. Someone asked about the weather. So, Mexico City weather. So, oh no. Where did it go? Oh my god, it disappeared. Okay. We can try this again. Mexico City weather. So, I don't know who has the best weather for Mexico City, but let's just do AccuWeather. They had a more optimistic outlook, so I'll be optimistic with them. A couple of showers this afternoon, hourly. There you go. 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Air quality poor, so don't, I guess, go outside if you're sensitive to that. Let's see here. If we go to the radar, I guess we could do the future radar for the Xfinity race. So, oh my. Mexico City. So this is a city. The track's somewhere in here. Could not tell you where. If we go... That didn't do anything. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so about... Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. We got some rain coming in from the south. Oh my. It's not as big. It looked worse at the beginning. So, might get some rain for Xfinity, might not. Who knows, but all right. Jamie, maybe. I don't know. I might. I got nothing else going on until Xfinity, so maybe. And also, just, I know we've done this live stream. The live stream is so long that we've talked about all these different points. The video gives me a chance to condense all the stuff we've talked about. Like with Bell qualifying 31st, Byron's 27th, like kind of preparing for tomorrow, getting ready for tomorrow. So I might, honestly. It's not a bad thought. But yeah, I might. It's actually not a bad idea now that you think about it. Is the track... Well, Bruce, you also have to factor this in. When SVG did that Chicago race, that third team was a part-time team, and they had all their focus on that one race because that was their only race at the time. They had months to prepare for it. They had months to get ready. They had months to get to know the driver. Whereas when you look at the current team, they're just now getting to know each other. Yes, they've been racing for months, but they're not focusing on one specific race. They're not focusing on Chicago only. They got to go to Bristol. They got to go to Darlington. They got to go to Texas. They got to go to Kansas. They got to go to Charlotte. Like, every week your focus is shifting, and you got a driver who's a rookie on these ovals who's never done this. So it's just about perspective, if you ask me. It's a new team. It's literally a third team that was built up. It's brand new. For the first time, Trackhouse is a 3-car full-time organization. It's a second-year crew chief. It's a rookie driver. Like, once again, I've said this before. If you're an SVG fan, I just recommend patience. So, yeah, that's my recommendation for you. Yeah, Nate Gravy, I'm sorry that you guys don't have qualifying all the time or practice. I wish you did. It'd probably be better to actually watch the cars on track than just look at a leaderboard and me. So, sorry you don't get that, but I'll do a little bit of a qualifying report here. Jamie convinced me, so we'll do something here in a minute once I wrap this thing up. And then we will move on to the Xfinity race. And the Xfinity race, I'm looking forward to. This will be our first time to see cars kind of in traffic, cars racing each other. Obviously, Turn 1 is going to be passing zone. I think Turn 4 is going to be a passing zone too, just because of how many mistakes are made there and how heavy of a braking zone it is. Might be able to loop around and throw something into Turn 5 if you're lucky. And then through the stadium section, you might be able to get lucky down in Turn, I think that's 11. Maybe 12, the right-hander into the stadium, and then the actual kind of bendy part of the stadium, any of those heavy braking zones, you might be able to make a pass. So we'll see. I'm really excited to see how this Xfinity race goes. Cup tomorrow is going to be really exciting, especially if it's raining, but hopefully it doesn't storm, and hopefully it doesn't rain hard enough that there's standing water, and we have a repeat of COTA 2021, where we actually have a really good race, but everyone hates it because it was raining too much and it caused dangerous scenarios. And it did, but the racing was still fun before everyone started catching on fire. So, yeah. Anywho, we'll scroll through this result one more time. Everyone, find your favorite driver. Here we go. I'm going to make a breakdown, talk about some of the significant qualifiers here in a minute. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. A lot of people here. We had like 94 people here at one point. That might be a channel record. I wish we got to go a little bit longer, but unfortunately qualifying was cut short due to the weather. This is indeed your official starting lineup from the New Zealand Kiwi driver Shane Van Gisbergen to the British driver of Catherine Legg. That is your starting lineup. Once again, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys here in a few minutes. Let's call it an hour. We'll do a qualifying breakdown, talk about some of the significant starters, and then we will move on to the Xfinity race. So thank you guys for showing up. Thanks for asking questions. Nate Gravy, Denver, you guys are always here. Jamie, of course, the lifelong Logano fan. Bruce Gerard, history enthusiast. Micah, longtime watcher. Appreciate you. Gregor, Bill, coming up through this list. Steven, everyone who came up here. It's been a good live stream. So let's do a video now.